All right, everybody, welcome back to Salty's Live Music here in Fernandina Beach Songwriter Festival. Killer day. We have Dawson Whitefield with us. He's a local musician, songwriter, originally from Georgia, went to Florida. So he's a great guy. We met him here yesterday, and we wanted to learn what he's up to. And he's an awesome musician, by the way. So
Happy to be here, man.
yeah, good. So man, just you always love music, or what? You just like
Yeah, dude. I would say bit by the bug pretty early. Grew up with my parents on the lake, Lionel Richie kind of vibe, Zach Brown.
yeah.
But that just kind of, I guess, gave me a little bit of a bug to like, man, this is special. And yeah, started playing guitar about middle school-ish, 13, 14 years old, and I couldn't put it down. And yeah, snowball.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you're obviously songwriter, so you write your own lyrics. So what do you like performing, or do you like being behind the scenes, or just depends on when you want to do it?
Yeah, man. Definitely a balance on that for sure. I actually didn't start really songwriting until really about college. Before then, it was just kind of just playing, playing for the church. The girl I play with now, sometimes Caitlin Rogers. We went to high school together, and so we had kind of done like a few like smaller performances. But as far as like playing out and stuff, that really didn't come about until college. I had a buddy that met in college named Simeon, so I played with him all through college. And we really started kind of digging on that writing. That was when I started like dropping, music with him, songs that we wrote, and playing out and about and stuff like that. So yeah.
So what's your favorite? I hate to say genre, because it's a mix of blues, country, that kind of stuff. But what's your favorite?
As I've began playing music, it's definitely kind of shifted. Back in high school, before I was really playing anywhere, it was like country, rap, Christian. Like it was those three, depending on my mood. Through playing music and growing up and actually getting cultured, now I love bluegrass. I love country's my roots, obviously, I'd say. Rock and roll, I love guitars, so really just play the vibe, whatever's going down. I love it all. So
yeah, it's like me. Like, so we growing up, I was not a musician at all, but we were in the era of, early on from Black Sabbath, which later became Ozzy Osbourne, to Van Halen, The Doors, Led Zeppelin. We grew into that and kind of moved into, the punk rock scene, right? And so like all of that music, when people ask me, I just love to hear different types of music, and it's cool to hear a lot of rock and roll, like obviously Led Zeppelin, then blues impacted them, all these different types of music impact these bands that end up being a rock and roll, or whatever it is, but there's still that blues and jazz.
I love how it's all kind of rooted towards like the blues, like even everything is just based off of like something so slow and simple, and it's just like people just take that and build off of it. I don't know. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I loved Muddy Waters. I mean, BB King, Muddy Waters. I mean, I'll still listen to it today. So I was telling someone before, it's interesting to see, so now that we're watching all this stuff, right, with our band groupies and seeing all these different bands, like how the punk scene is kind of, moving back in, or kind of that alt
shifty.
Yeah, it's kind of coming back in, and it's cool to see a bunch of angry white guys.
Everyone got their scene, man. Everyone got their scene.
Screaming. Well, how do you moved up to Fernandina Beach? You were there for a while. What a music town, man. I mean, is that why you kind of came here, or?
No, it was definitely accidental. I graduated 2 years ago now from Jacksonville. And me and Simeon, the guy I live with, we were thinking like Perdido Key area, Orange Beach. That's what we were gonna do. We went one weekend, looked at apartments, and it's kind of where it was heading. And then, my dad always would say, man plans, God laughs. So I think the Lord kind of started switching things. And at first, I tried to be like, whoa, but yeah, an opportunity came to get a job here on the island, and I'd kind of grown up vacation here, but was never really into the music scene. I knew that there were good spots. I knew that music happened. And then I moved here and instantly knew I wanted to be a part of it. But yeah, man, I mean, to have a place that offers music 7 days a week consistently, and it's in my backyard, it's incredible.
And to work on your trade and live,
it's insane.
Audiences
and they do like I'm playing multiple days a week, paid and unpaid. They do a takeover Tuesday, which is just musician led down there at the Tiger Room, and just like what a beautiful space to go and just create and practice.
Yeah.
Like, there's no pressure. It's not a gig, but it's just like community of like
Yeah.
everyone cares about music. And I think that's one of the coolest things about this town, honestly.
It's a gym. Like it
Yeah.
really is a gym. Paul Schauner, my partner, he moved down here 5 years ago, and, that was part of the part about the music scene and getting into what we were doing with fan groupies, but, he said, "You gotta come down here," and I was like, "Ah, it can't be that much," and I came down, I was like, "Oh, wow, there's this music
It's
everywhere." Like,
crazy.
it's just everywhere.
I get asked sometimes, you ever thought about Nashville and stuff? And it's like, man, Nashville's cool for what it is, and everyone's got their own space that they want to create in. But for me, I get to be just as busy, less people, and I'm by the water.
Yeah. Can't beat it.
Yeah,
And I think it's cool, like no offense to Nashville, I mean,
yeah,
the Mecca music and everything, it's cool like LA kind of was. Um, but I mean, to get your footing, get your craft, I mean, yeah, I
oh,
don't
it's
know, you
cutthroat.
gotta be there anymore, man. You
It's
don't have,
cutthroat.
and it's cutthroat. So
Yeah,
it's a, hey, I don't know if I'm an A player yet. Maybe I'll be an A player, right? But if you're working on your skills in a very music oriented place, what's the difference?
yeah, that's right. I think it's all rooted in the same. It's just a matter of perspective and play.
What'd your dad say about it? What's he say?
Man plans, God laughs.
Okay, man plans, God laughs. I'm gonna remember that one
Yeah.
because that is so.
Too good, man.
it-
Because we do. So many times we try to move pieces, and it ain't about us at the end of the day anyway.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I'm a big divine intervention type guy.
Yep.
I believe in that stuff. Like nothing
No
just
doubt.
kind of happens, and we've been put in spots in our life that we're like, why are we like, what are we doing here? We don't know anything about
Yep.
this. We're not experts in this. We
Yeah.
don't. You can't strum a guitar. Why are we? What are we doing? Like
Yeah, man.
So yeah. So I hope that's his plan,
For
and
sure.
not a crazy idea, but
No.
had a few of those.
Yeah, me as well.
Well, what would you tell? I mean, you're a young artist, which is awesome. I love seeing that. We've had some like legend songwriters here that just
Yeah.
amazing, and it's so cool to see. Like there is no age barrier to music, which I find is it's a really cool thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
you can
love
have
that.
a 15-year-old kid, 14-year-old kid do something, become a hit, and you can have someone started in their
Yep.
60s and 70s. So it really doesn't discriminate.
No, it's so cool. There's no rules with any of that.
Yeah.
Keeps everyone on their toes too. It's like
Yeah.
you got a 14-year-old ripping, and you can be playing for 10 years, and you're 25, 35, whatever. It's like, why is this kid better than me? It's like I
Absolutely.
got to step up.
Absolutely.
So it's cool. I think everyone just kind of. It's always cool to see that. And
Is the how is the community here from a musician perspective? Everybody get along pretty good, or
yeah, I'd say so. I'm never one for any type of bad blood or politics or
yeah,
anything like that. So, I always try to from what I've seen, this island's pretty open, and everyone seems to be pretty cool with each other. Um, I'm sure there's always in the back of everyone's mind, it's like, it's a little bit of a fight, but in a way it's like all about,
competition?
presentation and community, and we are all here to do the same thing. So, um I don't think there should ever be any bad blood within music. Music's supposed to bring people together, So
I mean, typically, shit talking's fun if that's what it is.
yeah, if you got some boys,
Yeah, if it's just
yeah,
kind of banner, that's
for
cool.
sure.
But for drama, it kills energy.
Yeah, no doubt.
Drama kills energy, folks. Leave the
That's
drama.
that's good.
So, like, well, what? Tell us anything. Like, what's your aspirations, man? You see yourself. You want to be you want to be big time. You want to like, what do you want to do?
Yeah, man.
And that, God's plan, same thing. Man's plan, God plan. But like, it's obviously in your heart. You're doing
For
it.
sure. No, that's the first thing and foremost is whatever the Lord wants me to do, that's where I want to be. So I know that He's given me a gift and opportunity to play music, and so um, I've got to watch His hand be in a lot that I've done here, and just um, stuff in my past just work out with like, man, this is like above me.
Yeah.
So that's really cool, and definitely want to sit present on that. But yeah, I want to do this for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I want to do it for my job, my career. I manage a car wash on the island here. So I do that during the week, and I think and listen to music all day.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, man, in the past kind of 2 years, I've kind of transitioned into more of like, with Andria, for example, I play rhythm and some lead stuff for her.
Yeah.
So I love being on that side stage. Like
Yeah.
I would never describe myself as trying to be a frontman artist. I love writing songs. I want to share my music, all that good stuff. But I don't ever have to be the front man on stage. Like I like that side pocket.
That's
And
good.
so yeah, getting to add to other people, I feel like is more my strength than trying to be that front man. And so I'm totally cool with that.
That's great.
Mhm.
Brad Clausen was on yesterday, and he was talking about, when he moved to Nashville, he was valeting cars and writing music and doing, and he, a particular, I don't remember the gentleman's name, but someone big in a record label or whatever said, "Hey, give me a call." And he's like, "Yeah, okay." And he thought, well, this guy's just like saying that to be
Yeah.
nice to me. And then he ran into him 2 weeks later, and the guy's like, "You didn't give me a call." He's like, literally, "Here's my number. Give me a call,
Yeah.
whatever." And he said, that one interaction just kind of, took him off. So
Dude, that's all it takes. I mean, you hear that all the time. And whether it's a one hit wonder or a connection, I mean, I really do think life is about who you know and
yeah,
who knows who. And I mean, people helping people. So, especially in the music industry.
absolutely.
So, for sure.
Absolutely. Well, anything else you want to say? Let's get the fans out so they can follow you. Like, where's the best place to follow you at, or
Yeah, man.
find out what you're doing and
Pretty active on Instagram. That's where I post all my shows and music I do with people. So that's just Dawson period Whitefield, my name. Hoping to drop my first project this year. It'll be probably shooting EP, about 5 songs I'm thinking. So gonna do that, and then dropping some music with Andria.
Yeah.
Caitlin, the girl I play with,
Yeah.
looking at dropping some stuff with her as well. So I'll be posting all that
Yeah.
for sure. And yeah, man. I mean, see what the year brings, but that's what I'm hunting right now.
Well, I'm proud of you, man. I know you're gonna be a success regardless, whether you're in
Appreciate
that
it, man.
side pocket or you get out there in front. It doesn't matter. I think your attitude towards it. So,
Yeah, man. Thank you.
so Dawson Whitefield, folks, check him out. We'll have all this out posted, but we're with you now, brother.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming
Yeah,
on, man. I appreciate it.
absolutely. Enjoy it.